Welcome to the Wisconsin's Cattle Moraine and Road America in Elkhart Lake for the final round of the first tripleheader of the 2018 NAAC season, the SaveMe Bargain Stores 208. Entering this weekend, we start with a fairly significant type of news because Mega McDonald and Thomas Tucker have been warned for these two incidents that they committed in Milwaukee last Thursday. As you watch on your screen, Thomas Tucker diving on the inside of Kristen Young and unceremoniously dumping her, and not much long after, then doing the same thing on the back straightaway with Warren Majeski, and Mega McDonald doing that with Tegan Robertson in the 0, and then with the 19 of Jennifer Irving. The officials were none too pleased with that, and they brought both drivers to the hauler and warned them formally. If they have unclean races today and are involved in major incidents, they can expect penalties this weekend, already affecting their races in New York. Another thing that was a major factor this weekend was the serial of incidents in qualifying, as you had multiple drivers having issues, and 4 cars are gonna start at the back of the field due to those. You're gonna watch a few of these incidents on your screen. Firstly, Kendra Brittany getting loose on the carousel and going off, hitting the tire barrier and demolishing that car. She goes to a backup. Then you have Lee Schmidt, who was chasing down Scott Overton in group qualifying after the clock was already on its closing stages. He also goes off, but he's gonna keep it going. He does not need to change to a backup car. Then you have Joyce Clements in the 93. She's unable to qualify and she writes off her car. And then you have this one by Lucy Barton, off and into the tire barrier very hard. Backup car for her. Athena Whitley also suffers, having to bring a backup car in the same spot as Barton, and in that very same spot as well, Ryan Faulkner goes off massively together with Rafaela Molina. Molina kept it going, no damage, no significant damage, no need to change cars, but Ryan Faulkner, the championship leader, completely demolished that car. In the meantime, we also had the Independent Appeals Board conclude their check on the Calgary incident, and apparently it was born out of miscommunication due to, quote, lack of sufficient attention, end quote, in both the officials' booth and the pace car. The series' deputy race director, John Harahan, will take over the duties in the booth starting with the race at New York, the next race we go to. And a new pace car crew will also start next weekend. Taking the pole position today is Rebecca Pellerin, with Charlie Faulkner taking second place once again in qualifying. Ashcroft Family Racing locks out the second row with Luke Pellerin and Mac Haley in row number 3. Carson Lambert once again with a solid qualifying effort deep into the top 10, while on his debut, Joey Anderson already gets the 03 car its highest spot in a non-superspeedway race this season. However, his teammate Taylor Molnar, placed in the 30 car as an emergency measure, as Anderson was supposed to race this event on the 30, does fail to make it into the field, together with Sean Smith, Allison Smith, Mai Hardick, Jared Green, and Joyce Clements failing to make it in on time, and Jennifer Irving not even able to set a time in qualifying. Now we look at the cars that start at the rear of the field. Ryan Faulkner, Lucy Barton, Athena Whitley, and Kendra Brittany from New England Automotive having to bring in their backup cars, while Ibiki Murata is the first driver to make use of the owner standings provisional in the current situation where the points change who gets the provisionals, starting last in the field. We expect 32 laps in a 208-kilometer race, fairly short and sweet, especially when compared to the PCC Cup Series race, which is scheduled to have 48 laps tomorrow, almost 200 miles. The fuel runs, we expect to range around 20 to 22 laps, but more likely less than that. Road America is a very long track, very winding, it strains fuel tanks, which makes these calculations much harder to execute. We have nearly 80-degree heat, clear skies, an easy breeze, and no threat of rain. Let's just get this show on the road. The field is in the hands of Rebecca Pellerin, and the green flag is out here in Road America, and we are on 32 laps, 208 kilometers, 140 miles. This one's gonna be fairly short and sweet. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easier by any means. Coming out of turn number 1, you have a 3 wide between Charlie Faulkner, Luke Pellerin, and Thomas Tucker. Tucker's gonna win that one out. You see Carson Lambert right back there, trying to get the 5th position as they round out the turn number 3. And Becky Pellerin already has the nose ahead as they come into the Moraine sweep. And Pellerin leads the way as they are approaching turn number 5. Tucker taking 2nd place, catching, using the draft to catch the 27 as they come to the 5th turn on turn number 5. Tucker not avoiding using the bumper. He already sticks it side by side coming out of the turn, but Pellerin blocks the line and she is gonna hold on to the lead, but Tucker is gonna make use of that bumper once again, trying to unseat the driver of the 27, but Pellerin will not be denied. She's gonna stay in the 1st position. However, in turn number 5, we get an incident. Ami Tachibana, Kristen Young, Kevin Daly, and Brett Philly all get together. You see the damage on the 83 and the 33 as they get it back going. And you see in the back of the field, Caitlin Richler contact with the 83 of Kevin Daly. She goes around in front of the field. Kendra Brittany in the 52 with the 06 hits the 2 and big crash. The 2 is upside down multiple times, side over side, end over end. A large hit. And the red flag is surely going to have to come out as you look overhead. The 2 went wide. The 83 found a space there. They made contact. The 2 slid around in front of the field. Got hit on the driver's side on the front end by the number 2. On the rear by the 52. And then on the passenger side by the 06 as the door closed in front of McKenna Whitley, and you see how that car digs into the grass and flips multiple times over. Large, hefty hit. The red flag is out. We're gonna have a look at Kevin Daly as he dove in, ended up hooking the number 2. The officials are gonna call him to the hauler. A very large hit, a scary hit. Thankfully, Richler climbed out of that car by her own power. Brittany and Whitley also did climb out of their cars under their own power. Brittany chose the line and the window just closed right there. You're gonna see Whitley, same thing happened when the 52 hit it. The 2 pinwheeled right in front of her. Ethan Collins also got involved, so it's a complete wipeout of New England Automotive Technologies. Collins will continue, but he's gonna be done. Well, he's gonna be behind the 8 ball. You see how hard the 26 hit her, and that's it for that camera there. Incredible hit. Red flag early, but before the red flag came out, when they were racing back to the line, you see how Lucy Martin is gonna find her way inside the top 20, advancing her position, using all of that trouble as a means to gain a lot of spots, and she's already up there with her sister, nearing the top 30 as they come to take the yellow flag, and after that they would take the red flag. By the time we get the yellow flag back going, we are gonna have the restart at lap number 4 of 32. Of course, when big incidents happen on starts, we do not do a do-over like other series tend to do worldwide, like Formula Series do, or the VHM Car Series does. So we don't have drivers climbing into backups. We don't have external circumstances forcing restarts. You don't get a do-over. If we have a crash that involves 20 cars, so be it. We run with 20 less cars. Restart happens on lap number 4. Pellerin, Tucker, you see Boyd Abbott there, so Ashcroft Family Racing in the battle for the win early. Look, Pellerin right there as well, so it's gonna be a fight between the Luke Star Motorsports, Ashcroft Family Racing, Charlie Faulkner, I see right there Carson Lambert, Matt Kelly, so S2 Motorsports also in the fight. So 3 of the big teams historically, and a newcomer to that battle, Charlie Faulkner, running full-time for the 2nd year in his career here in the North American Auto Club in the battle. Lily Briscoe having a fantastic start of a race, currently running in 10th place, battling with Jamal Schmidt. Up ahead in front of her is former series champion Corbin Dempsey. Joey Anderson running in 8th place. He started in 8th place, having a fantastic start of his tenure in the 03 car. Let's see what he can do with it. As in the back of the field, Lucy Barnes is going to hook the 83, contact with the 33, and the 83 is going to hit the tire barrier. It's going to be stopped in the worst possible spot at the start of the Moraine sweep. That's going to be another caution. And coming to catch the pace car, the 27 overshoots the pace car just a little bit as she's slowing down to wait for the pace car. There's a little bit of contact there with the 85. They made contact there. Let's see what happened. On board with Charlie Faulkner. And why? The officials also want to understand why. The 27 to the officials hauler. The 85 to the officials hauler. Under caution. Completely unnecessary. A lot of damage on the 85. The 85 is going to continue on the race. But why? You can see how the rear of the 27 is all kicked up. And Thomas Tucker smelling the blood. He won this race last year in a late race rally in order to win 3 of the last 10 races of the season. So he's smelling blood. He's going to make the move. But look, Pellerin right there. Good plate protection of his older sister, as she's also now looking to challenge for the championship. And because Ryan Faulkner's all the way back there, outside of the top 20 even, outside of the top 30, it's a perfect opportunity to gain points on him as we now focus on him trying to climb the field. He sticks it 3 wide on Peter Johnson and Amitabh Bana and Brad Philly coming into the Moraine sweep. Is it going to be enough? You see the 85 there on the modified. They had to remove the front end of that car. And he's trying to make his way into the top 30. Joey Anderson still holding station in the 8th position as we open lap number 7 on this restart. Lily Briscoe running in 8th place. 81, Corbin Dempsey running in 7th. A very good start. Matt Haley running 6th. Boyd Abbott running 5th. Pellerin continues to lead, starts to open a small manageable gap to Thomas Tucker. Look, Pellerin trying to catch the number 9 as they come approaching Canada corner. You see the 27 leading away, hanging on to that lead despite the damage, which is a very interesting dynamic that we saw at Carbondale, but I'm not sure if it's going to work at Road America. Warren Majeski locks the brakes on the exit of the final turn, and he's going to slow it down, way down, but he's going to get it back going as he's going to leave the kitty litter. Charlie Faulkner hanging on to the 21st position without a front end, chasing down the 43 off Lee Schmidt, and he's being chased down by the 28 off Vernon Hargrove. Hargrove, who is not a road course specialist, bear in mind. So bringing up 22nd place is already a pretty good result. Lexi Percy on the 16th position in the 02, battling with Ashley Richardson, Rafaela Molina, and Ruby Carson for that spot. Stan Gustafson right ahead of them. Stan Gustafson is gonna run the PCC Cup Series race tomorrow, and he's having a very solid run right there in 15th. Ashley Richardson now holding against Lexi Percy. 6th place, Matt Haley on the S2 Motorsports primary entry, the last rookie to win the title in his rookie season, having a fantastic showing so far in the 6th spot. As you see him evolve through Kettle Bottoms, you see another driver evolving through Kettle Bottoms, which is Mega McDonald battling with Lily Briscoe. Lily Briscoe into the back of the 34, the 34 into the tire barrier, spins it from the field. Stan Gustafson clips the 34. That's your 3rd caution of the afternoon as Briscoe and Mega McDonald get together on Canada corner. Becky Pellerin continues to lead over Thomas Tucker and her brother Luke. And everybody is going to come into the pits on lap number 11. That will be a narrow fuel window. but they could probably make it to the finish if they save enough, or if we get an additional caution. That would probably give us enough of a fuel autonomy to finish this race. But as you see, everybody comes in. No one avoids the responsibility that is fitting. But the thing is, they're gonna have to figure out how to save it until the finish if we don't get something happening. As you see them coming out, Pellerins will continue to lead, followed by the 9 and the 88, despite them having to spend a little bit of time hammering away the lower end of the rear panel of the 27. She's gonna still hang on to the lead. And leading them to the green is still gonna be her, followed by the 9 and the 8. The 99 running in 4th place, 18 running in 5th, Corbin Dempsey. The 81 running in the 6th position, and he's already diving under Matt Haley. They are battling very closely for the 1st position as they round out turn number 1 into turn number 2 under the Briggs and Stratton sign. The 27 opens a gap. Problems for the 52 of Hibiki Murata. She's gonna have to remove the front end of that car, and she's gonna drop all the way to the 35th position. As she's gonna leave the pits, that car ended up getting into the wars early. Got contact, the hood got kicked up, they had to remove the whole panel. Vernon Hargrove diving under the 85 and the 89 for the 20th position. And there goes Ryan Faulkner trying to work his way forward to mitigate some of the point loss that he will surely have if he finishes below 10th place. Charlie Faulkner trying to recover some of the points that he's gonna lose by having that contact with Rebecca Bellerin, as he is chasing down his son after that contact between them and Carbondale. Things got a little bit tense, not gonna lie, but they seem to have it worked out. They haven't gotten in trouble anymore. As you have a fraternal battle for the 15th position, Lucy Barton chasing down Tammy as they come into Cattle Bottoms, approaching Canada Corner. And Tammy has upstaged Lucy in this whole weekend, but they are both climbing through the field together, gaining a lot of positions. Luke Bellerin now looking to make a run his sister for the lead of the race. Not enough. Becky's gonna hang on. She hangs on, no issue, no matter, as they round out. Hurry downs to get into the carousel. Carson Lambert running in 8th place, chasing down the 99 of Boyd Abbott. The 55 of Jamal Schmidt in the battle right there as well. 9th place, right behind them is Joey Anderson. Remember, in his debut for that car. He's gonna run the 03 for the rest of the season, and he's already doing a very good job beating a former Tryhard 500 winner, Riley McKee. And then you have Lily Briscoe and Rafaela Molina in the 96 for Nelson Racing, running there at 12. Fantastic run. Ryan Faulkner getting up to 19th place, fighting against the 97 and the 98. Chasing them down, seeking to gain that position. He needs to get a bigger points haul to mitigate any issues that may arise from his crash in qualifying that forced him into a backup car. Lucy Barton has passed Tammy for the 17th position. Ami Tachibana battling with Ethan Collins. Warren Majeski runs into the back of the 53. Ethan Collins, despite hitting the end of the 26, in that big melee on lap number 1, hanging on to a top 30 position, which is the best he can bring with the damage that car has. The 53 already had damage in the front, now she gets damage in the back. At least it's all even. Tegan Robertson's driving the 0 car, currently running in 23rd place, chasing down Peter Johnson, who is in 22nd, being chased down by Kirk Jones, while Ashley Richardson currently running in 14th place. As you see, the 97 and the 98 already made up all the way to 12th and 13th. Every time we focus on them, they already gain more positions, and they keep advancing. And Ruby Carson gives a bump to the 58 to go 3 wide. Out of Canada Corner, there's a car stop there. That's Lexi Percy. She beaches the car in the kitty litter, and that's going to be the 4th caution of the afternoon. And by the looks of it, when she came into Canada Corner, completely locked the brakes, messed up the exit, and she puts that car in the gravel, and she's gonna have to be taken out. That's gonna be another caution, and that's exactly what the front of the field needed, because remember what I mentioned when they all pitted. They were either gonna need to save a lot, or they were gonna depend on a timely caution. And that timely caution surely came. They were able to save. Let's see if they saved enough might still be a narrow window, but Becky Pellerin leads the way. Luke Pellerin puts it side by side, not gonna be enough. Peter Johnson advancing through the field, 21st place, trying to make a move on Lee Schmidt. He's gonna dive, bump to the 43. He's not, refusing to use the bumper, and here comes him trying to get into the top 20. Lucy Barton goes off wide, entering hurry downs, with Tammy Barton taking the 12th position back again. Ashley Richardson trying to have a look for 14th, and Ashley Richardson is going to win that battle. Ryan Faulkner is going to take that opportunity to take 15th, and Ruby Carson is going to try to make a move for 16th. Let's see if that happens. Coming out of the carousel, will not. Becky and Luke Pellerin, the defending series champion, and Luke Pellerin running 1-2. A fantastic run for Luke Star Motorsports with Ernest Lewis Racing. That crew must be looking very happy. Ethan Collins locks the brakes, entering into the corner. He's gonna get it together. He's gonna leave the kitty litter. He's gonna keep it going. No caution will be needed. Ami Tachibana into the pits. A lot of damage. She's gonna take that opportunity to fuel the 53 car. She will no longer need to pit. Ashley Richardson diving in from way too far, gives a bump to the 97 for the 13th position, who is chasing down the 96, having a fantastic run. The Mexican touring car driver Rafaela Molina in that 96 car. A great run. Tammy Barton, her teammate, in 13th place. Lily Briscoe, Boyd Abbott, and Joey Anderson battling for the 9th position. Coming to turn number 1. Bump from the 99 on the 03, but the 03 makes a move on the inside. Boyd Abbott's gonna try to have a look there as they come down from turn number 2 to turn number 3. They're gonna enter the Moraine sweep, which is turn number 4, into turn number 5. Boyd Abbott's gonna force a 3 wide there, and they are now 3 wide for 9th place in Road America. And as you see, Briscoe, Anderson, and Abbott 3 wide as they come into turn number 4. About to enter turn number 5. This could be dangerous. This could be trouble. Lily Briscoe's gonna try to outbreak them in the entry. They're still side by side, exiting turn number 5. Boyd Abbott trying to get the position now. Heels on the inside. Briscoe detaches from the battle. It's Boyd Abbott versus Joey Anderson. Joey Anderson's gonna win that one out, entering hurry downs. Exiting turn number 8. Joey Anderson's gonna keep the 9th position over Boyd Abbott, over Lily Briscoe. Becky Pellerin continues to lead as they exit the kink, and Luke Pellerin hanging on, keeping very closely, and it's a best result for both of them. Even if Luke Pellerin doesn't win, protecting Becky will be a good result to ensure their points haul, as Warren Majeski once again in the wars in turn 5. He spins around and hits Brett Finley. He gets it back going. Now you ride alongside the 88, chasing down that whole damage. Rear end of the 27. Is he gonna try to make a move on the inside? Is it gonna be enough? Let's see what happens. Leaving turn number 1. Pellerin's not gonna have a very good exit, but neither Pellerin actually gets a good exit. Becky gets it going on quicker. Luke has to block the line to prevent the 9 from making the move. As you watch, the number 9 trying to chase down the gap has gotten a little bit wider as Thomas Tucker got wide on the exit of turn number 3 as they come into the Moraine sweep, approaching turn number 5 as they do the kink. That is turn 4. By lap 29, Thomas Tucker will catch them back up, and it's again a 3-dog battle for the win. And Pellerin, and one Pellerin is defending, the other is holding station, trying to hang on to what would be her 3rd win of the year. Luke Pellerin looking for his 2nd win. Rebecca Pellerin looking for her 3rd win. So both Pellerins are having a very good start of the season. The joint effort between Ernest Lewis Racing and Luke Star Motorsports having a fantastic year so far. This would be, I believe, their 6th win as a joint effort. Corbin Dempsey running in 4th place, battling with a 55 off Jamal Schmidt. Jamal Schmidt putting the bumper on the 81 on the exit at the end of the corner. Carson Lambert hits the 81, and that's a lot of damage on the number 8. Carson Lambert was having a fantastic run, a fantastic week as a matter of fact. Finished 3rd in Carbonate, was gonna finish 6th if the result kept. As we approach 3 laps to go The 55 is now under investigation for this. We're probably not gonna get something out of it before the end of this race because we are only 3 laps to the checkered. And both Pellerins continue to draft each other, hanging on to the position. Thomas Tucker is gonna make a dive. Is it gonna work? He's gonna stick it side by side as they leave turn number 3. Is it enough? The nose is ahead. The car is clear. Thomas Tucker has taken the second position. Tucker has taken the second spot, hanging on to the first position. Still Becky Pellerin, but Thomas Tucker is trying to win for the second year in a row in Road America. Is he gonna have enough? Because Becky Pellerin has led from wire to wire. Can Becky Pellerin win this race from start to finish despite the rear end damage? Can Thomas Tucker crash this party? As you watch the rear end of the 27 hanging to that position. 3 laps remain here in Elkhart Lake as they round out the carousel. In the back of the field, 2 laps to go. Hideki Murata's gonna dive, hits the 43, goes wide, 33 attacks right there. Murata without the front end is running in 24th place. A heroic effort by the driver of the 52 Honda. As she's chasing down the 43 and the number 0, trying to do the best she can. And Ronnie Samples is unable to save fuel. He's gonna have to go into the pits with coming to 2 laps to go at the end of lap number 30. And it's gonna be a melancholic end for the number 7, which did not have a good race at all. White flag is in the air for Becky Pellerin, leading from start to the white. Is she gonna be able to lead for 4 more miles? Thomas Tucker trying to catch, drafting the 27, but without that low panel. What's actually happening is that the air that Thomas Tucker is getting is even dirtier than it would have been before. So he's having a difficulty drafting the 27 to make the move, and that helps Luke Pellerin try to set up a move on him in this final lap. But Tucker's hanging on, holding for it, holding as much as he can as you watch the carousel. Pellerin, Tucker, Pellerin. That's your top 3. Then you're gonna see the gap, the length, the time that it takes until 4th place, which is Jamal Schmidt, appears on your screen. Riley McKee running 5th, Mac Haley running 6th, as they round into the cattle bottoms, 11 and 11A. Those are the numbers of the turns. Turn 12, Canada corner, Becky Pellerin hanging on with the lead, and she's gonna round out Canada corner, still on the lead. She's gonna make it into the 13th turn. That's a left-hander, and she only has 1 turn to win in Road America. She's gonna round it out. The right-hander, turn 14, going up the hill. And despite it all, Becky Pellerin is gonna figure out a way to lead wire to wire in Road America. Becky Pellerin gets her 3rd win of the season. Thomas Tucker in 2nd, Luke Pellerin in 3rd. If there are still any doubters that Rebecca Pellerin is coming to defend her title, I wanna meet them because they do not think straight. That's her 3rd win of the year. Thomas Tucker backs up his win here last year with a 2nd place. Luke Pellerin 3rd. Jamal Schmidt under investigation. Unofficial race results. Things could change. Okay, let's just keep this one squared up. Riley McKee in 5th, Mac Hanley, Corbin Dempsey, Joey Anderson, Boyd Abbott, and Tammy Barton are gonna close out the top 10. Tammy Barton, a fantastic climb as she started this race in the 33rd position. She gains 23 spots to finish 10th place. That's still not the highest climb because she gets upstaged by her older sister again, because Lucy Barton started 37th, finished 13th, a total of 24 positions gained, while Ryan Faulkner is gonna have to settle for 15th, which is a total position gain of 21 spots, which is enough to keep him in the championship lead, though his lead retracts to 51 points over Corbin Dempsey, 60 over Charlie, and 75 over Luke Pellerin. Becky Pellerin is now in the top 5, embedded in there, almost 70 points ahead of Lucy Barton. 69 points, by the way, ahead of Lucy Barton. In the rest of the top 10, you get to see there Tammy Barton, more than 200 points behind, together with Thomas Tucker, who joins the 8th position. While Lee Schmidt and Boyd Abbott will close out the top 10. Boyd Abbott joining the top 10, showing Ashcroft Family Racing is still very much a threat to be contended with this year. In the Heat Rookie Challenge, Tammy Barton continues to improve her averages beyond any conceivable measure. She is now at 11.8. Warren Majeski now takes second place with a 24.6 because Kendra Brittany, by failing to finish, drops to exactly 25th on her average. In the Owners' Championship, you see there this jumbled mess spoiled by the 55 there in 23rd place, which is messing up the 26, which is now in the bubble, battling against Torkson Racing and Zach Tech, which might be saved by Joey Anderson yet. However, we will only know that starting next weekend with the first race in our chief territory for the North American Auto Club, the Empire State, and the E325 Innovations. I will see you next time.